attuned to her reaction and pay attention to what's actually going on, you just blindly continue with your opener. So it's miscalibrated, all right? So any of those things mess you up. Mentality you want to have is blank and clear. Go over blank and clear, and you just trust yourself that when you get there, you'll figure it out. You trust that when you get there, something good will come out, right? So what I'm thinking, blank and clear, blank and clear, blank and clear, blank and clear, blank. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Hi.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, that is a fucking hard to handshake for a girl. Wow. You must, I don't even want to think about you giving a hand job. I'm trying not to think about that. You must do something professional though.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. We're not going to get along. I'm very unprofessional. All right? So I just went over and said whatever came to my mind, right? Now the hand job thing. Best thing in the world to say?
Yes.
You guys liked it? I actually don't think it's the best game, but at least it's congruent in the moment, right? At least it's in the moment, at least it's fun and funny, whatever. If it was too much, I'd be like, just kidding, da-da-da-da, whatever, okay? But it was creative, it was fun, it was funny, it was engaging, right?
Do you say blank and clear the whole way?
No, I don't even say it. I'm illustrating it for you guys. I'm not like blank and clear, blank and clear. No. The point I'm making to you is that I was just like not having other thoughts in my mind, because when I say that, I can't have other thoughts, right? So the idea, I'm not like saying blank and clear, because that's a thought. I'm just going over there blank and clear and trusting myself that when I get there, it'll be good, okay? You guys get that? Now, why don't people do that? Here's why. Here's what people are afraid of, ready? Here's what they're afraid of. Blank and clear, blank and clear, blank and clear, blank and clear. Oh fuck, I'm still blank, right? That's what guys are scared of, right? They're afraid of running out of things to say, not having what to say, okay? I promise you, by the time we get done with this, I will solve that for you. For now, just remember it's this, okay? But we are going to specifically do a bunch of exercises and a bunch of different thought experiments and techniques for when you get there, you won't stay blank, all right? But for now, remember that anything that's in the moment will be better. Anything that's contrived will be weird, okay? So you want to go in the moment. Next, talkative and aroused. Who here has ever heard the theory of woo plus intent? Do you guys know what that is? No? Okay, old school game theory. Basically, the idea is that game is two things. Woo, having fun, plus intent, having a penis. All right? So party, party, party. By the way, I have a penis. All right? Now, let's think about this. If all you are is party, 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 and no penis, how does that play out in set? What kind of guy are you? Someone said clown. Someone said friend. Yeah, so either friend zone or clown, joker, something like that. Okay? What if you're all penis and no fun? Stalker. Yeah, a lot of people say creepy. Some say, I think say creeper in there, right? So you're just creepy, okay? So neither one is good, right? But if you have the correct cocktail of fun plus penis, then you're like a charismatic, cool guy that's sex-worthy and the girl wants to be with, okay? So that's what we want to have. You have the combination of the two. Fun plus penis. Talkative plus aroused. But why do I put talkative first? Here's why. If you go in and you're too much fun and not enough penis, will you at least be engaged in the interaction and have a chance to show her later that you have a penis? Yes. If you go in and you're all penis and no fun, are you gonna have a chance to turn it around and show her you're fun? No, because she'll be creeped the fuck out, okay? So this is why talkative first, aroused second, because it's much easier if you go a little too talkative to transition and still hit the right mix. Whereas if you go too aroused and not talkative enough, you're creepy and she leaves, okay? So first blank and clear, second talkative, aroused, and then finally 20% I'm the shit. Not like, hey girl, I'm hot. Yeah, that's right, you know it, Right, that's too much. Right? It's more like, hey, what's up? Hi, Todd. Nice to meet you.
Hey.
Oh, wow. That was cute. You like me, but you can just calm down. It's okay. You don't have to do that. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm curious about you, to be fair. Right? So just that little bit. You're willing to be cocky, but you're also genuine, and it's not all cocky all the time. Does that make sense? Okay? Okay, so 20% I'm the shit, not 100% I'm the shit. Okay, next. The appearance of spontaneity. Here's a phrase for all of game, but especially for opening. Ready? It just happened. Right? That's how girls want sex to go down. They want sex too, but they want it to just happen. They don't want to have made it happen. They don't want to be slutty. They want it to just happen. Okay, so anything you can do to make it seem spontaneous is better. So the first thing is go immediately. Okay, what does that mean? The second you make eye contact with the girl, or the second she notices your presence, you need to open right then. Okay? Imagine, I'm going to use you again because you're far away. If I was to make eye contact with you here, and then we're walking towards each other, and I look away, look away, look away, walk over, walk over, walk over, get close. Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? Is that normal? No. It's pretty weird. Would you do that with a friend? Absolutely not. What would you do with a friend? Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? 1 second. I'll be right there. Right? even if you don't know them. And they're sitting here like, he's talking to me? What the? But then by the time you get close, it would be weird not to talk to her, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay? Even if I'm about 100 yards away, if the girl clearly makes eye contact with me, I'm going to do something. I'll wave or I'll point like, hey, something, all right? It may be a little bit weird, but it's way less weird than any other alternative, okay? The second you make eye contact, the second she knows you're there, you have to open right then. It's the only way it's spontaneous. Otherwise, it looks like you have an agenda. It looks like you're trying to manage her perception of you, okay? Here's another good general concept in game. Anything you do to make it not awkward will make it awkward, okay? Because the very fact that you're acknowledging that it could be awkward, the very fact that that's what's in your mind will make it awkward, okay? So you gotta go spontaneously. Next thing that I like, and I love this phrase, this is the kind of perception you should have, that you've never done this before, but you're perfect at it. I've never approached a girl before, but somehow, I'm really confident, I have things to say, I know how to escalate the right way, I'm really good at passing shit tests, and I avoid all the different red flags that will make you feel slutty. Somehow, but I've never done this before. It just happened by accident. It just came out my pores somehow. Okay, that's what you would like to convey. Because almost everything we do as like pickup artists is designed to convey to the girl or simulate for the girl the behaviors of a high value man. But does she want the guy that has those high value behaviors because he did 20,000 approaches? Or does she want the guy that just like grew up a certain way and was confident and treated well his whole life and just has them naturally, right? Now, to be fair, to get to like the level that you can get to doing those approaches, you'd never get there naturally, but that doesn't matter. They still want to believe that it's natural. They still want to believe it's special, right? So I'll give you a great example of this. I saw this from Julian one time in New York. He opened this girl, and right as he opened, she like dropped her drink or stumbled or did something embarrassing, and he just like made fun of her for it in like the best way. I forget the line, but he just made fun of her for it so well, right? And so in that moment, they like looked at each other, and she was like nervous and awkward, clearly liked him. He liked her. It was good. And then there was this sort of like pregnant, awkward pause where neither one of them really knew what to say next, and there was nothing you could say that would be as good as what had just happened the moment before, right? And then the next thing he said was so good. He said, yeah, I don't really know what to do next here. Is this the part where we like exchange numbers and fall madly in love? You got to help me out, right? It's cocky. It shows shows the progression and stuff like that, but it also shows this like spontaneity that like I didn't approach 20,000, which he probably did approach 20,000 girls. But regardless, right? It has that air of spontaneity. And as you get good at game, you actually need to occasionally be a little unsure or act a little unsure. And make it spontaneous. You need to understand that you've done so many approaches, but she probably at a certain point hasn't been approached as many times as you have approached girls, right? Even if she's really hot, right? And so even if it's totally normal for you, understand it's an event for her, and you can acknowledge it just a little bit, okay? Cool. All right, next, you have to calibrate. You have to calibrate. So many guys get this idea that they're gonna like learn good game. Do you guys know what an algorithm is? Yes, no? An algorithm is a process a computer goes through. So it's like there's do X, then do Y, then do Z, and it's this very formulaic process that you're gonna run the same procedure no matter what, okay? Most people, like, especially really smart guys and really like logical guys, they wanna learn game as an algorithm. They wanna learn game as do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. The problem is it doesn't fucking work because every single approach is different immediately. Even within the first 2 seconds, every single approach is a little bit different. So if you try and do the exact same procedure every time, you're gonna be massively miscalibrated, all right? Have to adjust. You adjust to the venue, right? Is it loud or quiet? You have to go loud or quiet. Adjust to the set type. Is it a girl by herself? Is it a group of 6? Is it a group of 10? Is it a group of 3, right? Are there guys in the group? You have to adjust. You have to change things for that. And then finally, you have to adjust to the angle and like movement of the set. I.e., are they walking? Are they standing still? Where are you approaching from? That kind of stuff. All right. For this, I need a volunteer to hop up. Who wants to be a volunteer for me? Hop up. I'll get you on the next one. All right. So go a little bit further back. Okay, perfect. That's about good. All right. So let's say you don't have to walk, but let's say we're walking towards each other. All right. Would I be better off opening him from here, or would I be better off opening him from, say, here? What do you guys think? Okay, so I got it. Who says here? Raise your hands. Okay, cool. Someone who says here, tell me why you think that.
It seems logical. You're close enough.
Okay.
Maybe at that point you guys make eye contact.
Okay.
Body language too.
What's that?
Body language also.
Body language? So being closer gives me better body language?
Well, that's well, at least you can kind of see the distances.
Okay.
Obviously.
What's the
You
venue?
can't quite tell what's
Just walking on the street or walking
I say farther.
farther. Okay, cool. The guys who say farther, why do you say farther? The guys who say back here.
You don't have to be that close to be attracted. You know right from the start. I'm into her. Hey, it could be right there. It could be. If it's right there, how are you gonna stop her? Sort of thing, you know.
Cool. Very valid. A couple of valid things. Okay. Some time. Good point. Okay, so the closeness does seem more normal because most of the time you do talk to people from closer distance. However, I'm going to go with the people that say farther away, and here are my reasons. Okay, reason number one: how comfortable do you feel right now?
fine.
Good and comfortable. All right, cool.
Yeah.
How comfortable do you feel right now? Not as much, right? Okay, so that's number one. Right? Remember we talked about woo plus intense, right? Creepy, I have a penis guy versus fun guy, right? This is the less threatening one, so you're going to get more leeway. All right, so that's number one. Number two, we talked about the general principle in game is you want to convey your personality, right? Here I have 1, 2, 3.5 steps for each of us to take where I'm going to be conveying my personality and she's going to be getting to know me before she has to make a decision. If I open here, we have half a step till we're past each other and she has to make that decision whether to stop or not. Okay? So I want to give her that bigger sample of my personality. So that's another big reason. Third reason is a practical one, which is it's hard not to make eye contact until you get to that other place, right? It's easy to admit, like you make eye contact here, remember I have to open immediately when you make eye contact, right? If I make eye contact here, I'm not gonna be like, hey there, right? So it's just on a practical level easier to do this, okay? Final thing is if I'm here and you take one step, just now I'm already turning and chasing, right? Whereas here, I have, hey, what's up, how you doing, blah, 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 and he's still not past me. So there's no turning, there's no chasing, it doesn't look needy, okay? So for all those reasons, I prefer to open from distance. And I'll go a lot further than that if need be, right? If I make eye contact from 50 yards, 100 yards, I'll open right then and there, right? Okay, let's talk about now, she's walking and I want to get her to stop, but I'm coming from behind, okay? My preference, I'll go a little here just so it'll be easier for the shot. Okay, cool. And by the way, I will blur the fuck out of you, just so you know as well. You will be fully blurred. Okay, so, okay. If I want to stop her from behind, what I want to do is this. Arm's length, tap, tap, right? Assertive, but not aggressive. So it's not like, not pulling her back, but it's also not like a little butterfly landed and she's not really sure I'm there, okay? Tap, tap, arm's length. I don't want to be here, because if she turns and I'm here, it's creepy as fuck, right? Arm's length, and then if she's walking, it'll probably be about half a step or so before you turn and then you turn. This is about the distance where you'll be stopping her, which is a nice, comfortable distance, okay? So tap, tap at arm's length, plant your feet. If you're walking towards her as she turns around, she's gonna go away. People run away from things that chase them, all right? But if you're planted and confident and have a good, like, happy look on your face, then she's likely to stop, okay? So little tap, and trust yourself, stop her with your voice, not your feet, okay? And not your hand either, don't like yank on her. Okay. Finally, we have walking with. Now, why would you want to walk with instead of stopping her?
If they're in a rush.
Good one reason. She said if you're in a rush, what else?
You guys go in the same direction?
If we're going in the same direction, I still might want to stop her in that case, but I mean, for life convenience, yes, if we're going the same direction, it's less investment on my part, I guess.
Compliance? No.
Compliance. Who said that? Okay, what does that mean?
Well, you're not asking her right away to do something for you, and you haven't even built anything with her.
Cool. So the idea is when you ask a girl to stop, you're asking for something, right? So she might say no, it's a little forceful. Okay, so the less likely she is to be compliant, the more you should not want her to stop. So if she's walking faster, harder to stop her, you might want to walk with, right? If she's with a group of people, harder to stop her, you might want to walk with. If she's on her phone, harder to stop her, might want to walk with. All these different factors. If there's guys with her, even harder to stop her, might want to walk with, okay? Now, ideally, in a perfect world, stopping is better, because if she does stop, the interaction is better than if you were walking. So if you can get her to stop, so she's like, you know, walking slowly, having like, just doesn't seem to be on a mission, doesn't seem to have anything better to do, go ahead and stop her. It's better. But if there's any doubt in your mind, you don't think you can stop her, go ahead and walk with. Now, if you're gonna walk with, come back to this one for this, okay, cool, right here. So now let's say I'm walking with, and let's say I'm right about here. How does this look? Chasing, right? Does it look high value from me? Right? Also, if you want to talk to me, can you turn? Not that easy, right? You got to turn around. It's kind of awkward. All right, now let's say I'm here. Right over here actually is good. Now how does this look? It's an improvement? Okay, better? How about this? Even better, okay? So now it's like we're together, now it's like I'm leading, right? There's also one really good reason for being here, which is this. Walk with me. Why'd you stop?
Because you stopped.
All right, you see that? So why do you stop? Because I stopped. Why did that work? Because I was in front. Okay, because I was in front and she can see me stopping. It's a little technique. If you're in front, you just kind of slow down your walking, and if she slows down, you stop completely and stop with her. Right? The other good thing about being in front is by being in front, if you do slow down and she doesn't slow down, now you're just even and you can walk with. Whereas if you're even or behind and you slow down, now you're way behind and you're really chasing. Okay? Go ahead, give him a hand. Thank you. Okay. The one angle you want to avoid is the 90-degree angle. You want to avoid coming at them like side on, right? Because when you see things in your peripheral vision, you don't have a good view of the details. You're just like kind of responding fight or flight. And when girls are responding fight or flight to a man, it's usually flight. Okay? So I was like, right? If you come out of nowhere, they're going to be scared, they're going to be shocked. The other thing to avoid is jumping across their path, because that's very invasive. If her first reaction to you is, what? Right? That's not good. So if she is ever like stopping and starting and going around you and stuff like that, that means you did something kind of wrong there. You want to avoid that angle. I'm going to show you some examples now of students approaching from bad angles. The first guy, you're going to see, his first mistake is he can't decide whether to stop her or walk with her, so he does kind of half-half, which is not good. You need to make a firm decision. But then the second thing he does, he keeps trying to get across, like walk across her, to the point he's almost like forcing her into the wall. Like he's walking her into the wall in a weird way. You can tell she gets a little uncomfortable and it doesn't go well. And then the second guy just kind of jumps in front from the start. So here are a couple examples of what a bad approach angle can do to your approach.
Excuse me. Hey. Hey, are you English?
No.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were really cute and just wanted to say hi.
Oh, hi.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You seem on a mission. You're just like, you're running away from me.
I'm in a rush, I'm sorry.
You're in a rush?
Excuse me. Hi.
Hi.
I was walking and
Sorry.
I just thought you were really cute.
Sorry.
Bye.
So you guys see that, right? How both of those, like the first guy in particular, the second guy like the verbally wasn't the best anyway, but the first guy verbally did everything just fine. It's just like his angle was so bad, it just really put the girl off. All right, next concept. I talked about this a little bit. I said, how would you approach if they were already your friend, right? So I talked about for like approach angle and like how to walk to them and that kind of stuff, but it should also be in the vibe. What would you do if they were already your friend? What would you do if it's a girl you're already sleeping with, okay? So to give you an extreme example of that, actually I'll say this first. If occasionally when you talk to a girl, about 20 seconds in, she's like, wait, where do I know you from? That's a good thing. Now if it happens every set, that's just weird, right? That I don't even know how that's possible. But like if like 1 in 10, 1 in 20, you approach a girl and she's like, wait, where do I know you from? That's a good sign. Okay, that means the way you're approaching showed so much familiarity and so much expectation of a positive outcome that she just assumes she must know you from somewhere. Okay, so that's what you want to have. So in order to sort of illustrate that, I'm going to show you a couple approaches that are not actually cold approaches. Okay, these are warm approaches. These are actually approaches from like internet dates. So basically, I met this girl online, set up a date with her, and then I'm walking over to meet her here. Right? So she has never seen me before. She doesn't know exactly what I look like. She doesn't know I'm coming right at that moment. But she is expecting that when I come, it'll be positive, and I'm expecting a positive response from her. Right? So it's an approach, but it's a much, much, much warmer. Okay? And what changes? The familiarity changes. Also, the expectation of physicality changes tremendously. Right? You'll notice in both of these cases, I immediately hug the girl. Most guys are very stiff and nervous on a cold approach. And if the girl's giving them invitations to be physical, they don't take those invitations. Right? Whereas on a date, meeting the girl for a date, you would take those invitations. The invitations are still there either way, but in one context, you're giving yourself permission. Okay? So my suggestion is A, approach like you already know, or B, when you do get positive indicators, give yourself permission to act on them. Right? So I want you, to an extent, to cold approach the same way you would when you're meeting a girl for like a blind date. All right, so with that said, I'm going to show you to actual approaches of that nature of mine, and you can see the difference. I'll actually show you the start of the date, and then I'll show you the end of the date as well, just because I can. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? Good to see you.
Good.
All right. I've actually never been to this place, but figure it out.
Okay, cool. Me neither. I've ever actually been in this casino.
You're so expressive. I love it.
So what's going on?
Don't give me that look. Why do you come here?
I'll
Why do you
hold
give me that
back.
look? Why on earth do you give me that look? You're too
What?
cute. Come here. You're all right. Okay. Breathe, relax. It's all fine.
Okay.
You know, I just wasted 40 minutes. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I was gonna be mean. I was gonna be mean. No, it's good. No, you're fine. You're good. You're good. I was gonna say you just wasted 40 minutes of my life, but it's okay because you know you're cute and adorable, so it's all good. I like the looks you give me.
I like how intelligent you are. It's a turn on.
Who, me?
Actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It
I was living in a very nice place at the time. Well, so this is actually taken from 3 Girls a Day, which is my online dating program. But you can see in those cases where I walk up to the girl, there's that assumed familiarity. Right now, obviously, it's not a cold approach, but as much as you can, you want your cold approaches to resemble that approach like you already know them. All right, I will take a very quick round of questions, specifically about any of the stuff we just covered. Keep them very, very on topic, though. I'll take like maybe 2 or 3 quick questions if you guys have them. Anything so far? Yeah.
Just to review, so let's say you see someone and you happen to miss them, and she's basically like on a mission. How do you approach from behind, aside from the tap when it looks like she's purely moving?
So I'd give a sort of whitish berth. I don't want to walk right up beside her. I'd give like, a few feet of distance so she's just not nervous for her, and get to like even or ahead and start walking and talking even or ahead and walking with. Okay. That makes sense? So if she's here, I want to like maybe if she's where my hand is, I want to be like here when I open.
And then you'll open from there.
Yeah. Right. And I'll open and I'll just walk with, keep talking, etc. And then as soon as it's good, then I'll do that thing that I did where I kind of slow down and get them to stop. Right? Okay. Or if I really want to, if I really have to, I'll like tap them like, hey, I gotta go in a second, but anyway, tap, tap. Okay? By the way, quick mention, it bears mentioning, the false time constraint is your massive friend on the open. Okay, you guys know what the false time constraint is? Yes. Right? Kind of, but not kind of. False time constraint is basically saying that you're limited on time. Okay? Now, it does not say, I promise, princess, I won't take up your time. Okay? Because that's a low value frame. It's, hey, yeah, I'm meeting friends in a second, but anyway. Or yeah, I gotta go in a second, but I can talk to you for a bit. Okay? It's your time constraint, not hers. Okay? It's not, please, please, please give me a minute, because that's what a homeless guy does. Does that make sense? All right? It's, I gotta go in a minute, but anyway. But it's very, very useful. If you open the girl and you can sense her sort of like rocking out like she wants to leave, like she's kind of engaged but wants to leave, at that moment, hey, yeah, I gotta go in a minute, but anyway. And the fact that you said I gotta go in a minute, she's like, okay, cool, he's going in a minute, I can relax, I don't have to leave. And then it buys you the time to convey your personality and good things can happen from there, okay? Very, very useful. General premise or general thing that relates to in game is a lot of times it's good to disqualify as you escalate. Does that make sense? So if you're escalating and pushing it forward, that can make the girl nervous. But if you're disqualifying, it makes her feel like it's not a big deal, like not as much is gonna happen. Also, if you're disqualifying, that puts her in a situation where she wants your attention, wants your validation, so she'll be more likely to go along with the escalation in order to like maintain it. Okay, so disqualifying as you escalate is a very powerful thing, and that's essentially what the false time constraint is. It's disqualifying as you escalate. Because you're opening and engaging, that's an escalation. You're like, hey, I gotta go in a minute, that's a disqualifier. Okay, so that's the general format. And it's not just for the open, it's super powerful in the open, but it's powerful in all areas of game. Yeah.
So the earlier set when you came up to them and then in your head you're like, oh, they're not as hot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have some sets like that and then the intent is just like not there.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things you can do to get back, or not get back, but get that intent?
One, approach girls you actually find hot, right? Like, to be fair, I would have walked away from that set personally had I not been on camera and had students and whatnot. I just would have, if your issue is approach anxiety, make yourself do it. Like if your issue is like, oh my God, I'm so scared to approach, just make yourself do it just for that reason. But once you're at the point where you know you can do approaches, you know you're not gonna like, you know, you went out to do a game, you're not gonna not do approaches. If you don't like the girls, find girls you like, right? Instead of trying to like manufacture a way to like some girls you're not into, go talk to girls you are, okay? If you do wanna do it as pure practice, then what I would do is focus on something that engages me. So I'd either like be working on a technique, and I'm so engaged by working on the technique that even if I'm not engaged by the girl, I'm still engaged and present in the moment, right? Or if you really want to, you could try and find the attractive quality, like that one attractive quality about her and focus on that. But honestly, you're better off meeting girls that you're actually into, if you possibly can, yeah. Uh-huh.
I noticed for the 20% on the shit rule,
Mm-hmm.
you always put your hands on your, like, is that cover most of it? Like your body language is just like.
Yeah, body language, tonality, eye contact, that kind of stuff. As far as people ask me these things like specific poses that I do, your poses will be different than mine, okay? Because the way you interact with your friends is different than me, the way you interact, what's comfortable for you is different than what's comfortable for me. But I've just found the things that work for me. And yeah, I guess I do this one sometimes. I do this a bit, which isn't even traditionally that good. I used to always do this one, like for years I did this. This was like I thought this was perfect body language for whatever reason, like hands in the back pockets. It doesn't really matter what you do per se though. It matters that you're comfortable with it, and it matters that it's congruent to you, right? If you're taking on a massively different body posture with a girl you like than you are with the rest of the world, then you're probably messing up. Yeah, all right, let's look at the open a little bit. So everybody always talks to me about like, what do you say? How do you open the girl? Most important thing on the open is not the words you say, it's how you say them. So let's learn that. Does anybody know what this stuff stands for? TRNRBR? Okay, stands for different tones of voice that human beings can express themselves with. This is trying for rapport, neutral to rapport, breaking rapport, okay? Basically means, are you trying to create a friendship with this person? Do you not care either way? Or are you actively dismissing them from a friendship, okay? And trying for rapport is how low value people speak to high value people. Like, will you please be my friend? Will you please tolerate me? Will you not be mean to me? Neutral rapport is just exchanging information, doesn't really matter. Breaking rapport is like if you're issuing a command, issuing a warning, giving a threat, or if you're the cool person, cool kid that wants the other person to go like, hey, fuck off, right? That's breaking rapport. Trying for rapport, the way it sounds is like everything's a question mark, okay? So you might be like, hi, I'm Todd. Do you guys hear that question mark in it? It's like, is my name Todd? Or are you okay with the fact that my name's Todd? Or like, you look really cute, right? I just wanted to meet you. Like, is it okay that I just wanted to meet you? Is that tolerable to you? See how everything has a question mark in it, right? It makes it seem very low value. And the motivation here is you're not actually trying for a good result. You're just trying to avoid pain. You're trying to avoid a hard rejection, okay? Neutral rapport is just flat. It's like, which way is 4th Street? Right? Notice how that's actually a question, but there was no question mark in it. Right? It's just flat. Where like 4th Street is 4 blocks over and to the right, and then 3 blocks to the left. Right? Bathroom's down the hall. Just exchanging from 2 plus 2 is 4. That's neutral rapport. Breaking rapport is more like, sir, step away from the vehicle. Okay? You hear how it has that like that downward slant? Or hey, fuck off. Right? That's like extreme breaking rapport. Does that make sense? Okay, everybody, I want you to practice these, so we're gonna stand up. What I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you repeat this opener, and this is not the opener I want you to leave opening mastery with, okay? This isn't the best opener in the world. The reason I have you do it is it's kind of long, so it gives you a good sample to talk with. But I'm gonna have you repeat it 3 times, and it's, hey, I thought you were cute and I wanted to meet you, my name is your name, okay? Hey, I thought you were cute, wanted to meet you, my name is your name, okay? And I want you to repeat that 3 times with the most extreme trying for rapport tonality you possibly can. So everything's a question mark, right? Hey, I wanted to meet you. I thought you were cute. I'm Todd, okay? Exaggerate the trying for rapport. Go ahead 3 times, massive exaggeration. Go ahead and do it.
Hey, I wanted to meet you. I thought you were cute. Jealous? Hey, I'm so adorable. They're cute. Hey, how's it going? That's Jeff. No? All
right, guys, good. How did that feel?
Yucky.
Yeah, does that feel strong and masculine? No, not really, right? Wimpy, yeah, good. All right. Now, we're going to do neutral to rapport. So neutral to rapport is just completely flat. No emotion whatsoever, just exchanging, right? It's just periods, no emotions. All right, so hey, I thought you were cute, I want to meet you, I'm Todd. All right, 3 times, totally and utterly neutral to rapport. Go ahead and do it. All right, how did that feel? Boring? Should blow my brains out. Yeah, boring. Super, super boring. And here's my question for you. If you're bored talking to her, why should she be not bored talking to you? Right? If you don't want to be there, why should she want to be there? Okay? By the way, trying for rapport is how guys that are really like nervous and shy around girls will open, right? And what happens